I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you are looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money, but what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a virtuoso for people like you. People seeking knowledge in the preparation of a set of drawings. Drawings that have been skillfully honed and refined over many years of meticulous commitment to craft and design. If you follow along, you may find yourself learning something you haven't previously considered. Now, keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the ride at all times. Please remain seated. Keep your eyes fixated on the screen, and enjoy your ride.
Hi there. All right, today we're going to be putting together a floor plan from scratch. We're going to run through a full set here. It's first of many series of videos that I'm going to put together to create a set. So starting out here, we're been given a sketch. It's a pool cabana for a little pool house next to an existing pool on a property somewhere in the U.S. So this is the sketch we've been given. It's pretty detailed. It's got some dimensions on it. We've got some ideas. We got a little indoor area, a little outdoor storage, powder room. We got an outside shower with a little bench area, some windows, some doors going out. Next sketch is a little sketch of what it's going to look like. So the front elevation, doing some horizontal siding, a wood trellis. What does that say? Cupola and vent, shingle roof, side elevation. So those are like the storage areas. We got a 14-foot max height, some kind of pitch like that. Little cupola, 3'6" max. So we're given those two sketches, and then we've got an existing site plan. So we got an existing house, existing pool, patio. So we're going to be putting the cabana over here with a new patio extension. Looks like that's going to center line on the pool or on the doors maybe. Guess we'll have to see how that lays out and sizing. We got 25 feet. So yeah, guessing that pool is somewhere in that neighborhood. Well, it looks like, whatever. I guess we'll find out and see how everything, we've got pool, oh, that's pool setback, accessory, oh yeah, right to the edge. As usual, shoehorning it in. So we got some parameters, that's what we're shooting for. I am going to start with the floor plans. I think that's the best place to start. And so we'll be running through what we do in AutoCAD. So just close this front. I think I'm going to bring that sketch into AutoCAD. So first thing we're going to do is start a new drawing and pick the office template, which in this case is the Sinbad template. So we'll start with that template, open that up for a new drawing. This will have all of our templates that we use in here. It'll have all of our layer settings, everything that we typically use, walls, things like that. So if I go back to there for a minute. So I've got an existing site plan in CAD. Let me open the sketches back up. So I'm assuming this is just a wood framed wall, it looks like. Wood frame, probably, maybe a little truss, something economical, easy. Don't have a lot of, it's just probably a cathedral in there or something. So it could be stick built, whatever. So I'm guessing that's just a 2x6 truss, or sorry, 2x6 stud wall. And we'll start with that. So I'm first going to bring this in. Let me close that again, just in case it won't let me bring that in. Open. And so this job is called SLH, is what we're calling it. And so in the SLH folder, I've got a drawings folder, and that is where these sketches have been placed. So I'm going to start building in this drawings folder with this plan. So if I'm starting here, I'll bring up my XREF panel. And I want to import the PDF that I've received, that's the sketch. And I've got this on my desktop. So the SLH sample. Drawings. So the sketches we'll bring in. Got 2 pages. Right now I'm just going to bring in the floor plans. And I presume these were sketched at quarter scale, because that's typically what we sketch in. So let's see, how big is this? That is a foot. That's weird. Let's just try this. I'll move my properties over here. So if this truly is at quarter scale, that should be at 48. Let's just see if we can kind of fake it here. Oh, we're close. This overall, 25 feet? 25 feet. Okay. So, oh dang, we're really close here. Did I just not have that? Oh, maybe, that's probably just a sketch dimension. So is this about, oh yeah, look at that. Just about dead on, so the sketch is off a little bit. Okay, perfect. So this is at quarter scale, sketched at quarter scale and scanned in. So first thing I do with that is, because I'm bringing in a scan, we got an X scan of the main level, and so I'll just put that there. That layer is a non-printing layer, so we can use that as a background and not have to worry about it showing up if we need to print or anything. Next thing I do is I typically fade this so that it's not so visible. Try like 70%, yeah, something like that. Just be a little bit in the background. If I'm really concerned, I can lock that now, just so I don't accidentally erase that. So in this particular case, we have dimensions, and generally we like to do grid lines, so I think I'm going to start with grid lines. Typically we do our letters up and down, and our numbers, or our letters across, numbers down. So for this, I'll just expand these for the time being. I'm going to make these continuous instead of center to. That's interesting. So continuous. Just so I can make sure I'm snapping where I want to snap. So let's get this somewhere where it needs to be. About there. And we're saying this is, actually let's see, is this straight? Relatively straight. It's not bad. That's pretty good. Corner seems to work. Okay, so I know that this next corner is 18 foot 6 over, so I'm going to copy that. 18 foot 6. Oops, should I keep going? And this is, what, 6 foot 6. So we're going to get those perimeters, and then what do we got? 12 feet. So if I make this guy longer, I'm just going to stretch that out. We'll shrink these all down when we start to lay it out on our page. So I guess let's start at the building. Somewhere about there. So then this is, what are we saying, 6 feet up? And this is 6 feet, oh, 6 and 6, okay. 6 feet, 12 feet. Alright, so we kind of got our corners laid out here. So then I don't think I need any more. I can renumber these guys. Come on. You can do it that way, or if you like, you can double click them. Come on. That just seems slower to me. So A, this is B, caps locks on. That's going to be my C. Okay. Still leave those a little bit large just for the time being. Again, I might lock these right now just so I don't accidentally delete those. when they're locked, they gray out, and if I hit the delete key, nothing happens. So now we can lay out our walls. So if these are all 2x6 walls, I'm going to start with the perimeter usually. Generally, an existing wall looks like this. I guess we could do a proposed. I usually only use that if I'm doing remodel. So generally the stud variable, that is the same as that. So I can do add wall selected, add selected right here, and that will add this wall type. Oh, you can see there, it's on there right there. So now with this, I just draw the perimeter, and so I'm snapping to the edges, and so you can see the thickness of the wall. So if I go this way, it'll be on that side of the line. If I go this side, this side. So that defining line is going to be the perimeter of the building. And I'll show you why that'll become important later if need be. But with the grid lines, it just makes things easy to snap to already. So if I highlight these, you'll see the little dashed line. That just means that's the base point. And so you can flip the base point if you need to or want to, but I generally try to keep the perimeter to have all the base points out there. If we're doing a wall like stone, like we needed to add stone, like a 4-inch masonry, 2-inch masonry, one of these, I can do a match properties and say match this wall style to that wall style, and then the stone is added, and as you'll see, it's outside of the grid line. And so it'll add it to the outside, which is kind of nice. So I don't think we're doing stone right now, so we'll just leave it as that. So now that I have the perimeter done, in the event that we were doing stone, let's put that back there just to illustrate a point here. So I'm going to match properties to that. So if this was all stone, and I wanted to draw the rest of this wall, obviously I don't want it to have stone on it. So I would do a match properties of that type of wall. And have that connect. I can extend this to there. And then this is not cleaning up because that baseline is not meeting this baseline. If they met, this would automatically clean up. But I would have to flip this, I think, over here. Let's see if that'll do it. There. So those automatically clean up in that regard. Another way to do it, oops, typically that would go to there. And so these wouldn't clean up. So another way to do that is if you have it here, you can right-click the wall and go into cleanups, and then add a wall merge condition. And so I'm going to merge these two walls together, this wall and that wall. See how it kind of picks there? And when I hit enter, they just merge together, so now they're cleaned up again. So there's two ways to do that. So one was to match up the baselines, and the other was just do the override cleanup like I just did. So, but essentially, we got this guy. How deep is this? Doesn't say. Is it dimensioned? 2 feet is not dimensioned. So if this is to scale, what do we got here? About 30 inches deep. So add one of these guys again. Oops. I've got a key command that's WA that adds my walls. So I'm going to hover there, go over there, 30 inches, bring this down, and those automatically clean up. Presumably that wall is right in the middle of those two. So the way I do that is I just draw a wall, grab that by the midpoint, snap it to the midpoint, clean that up. Presumably they're the same. That appears to match up with my sketch. What we got here? So this looks like it's a cantilevered roof. That must just cantilever over that. So my guess is these are like trusses or something, because if there's no column there, there's nothing to hold that up. Could be wrong, but let's start with that assumption. And then what do I got here? This say, let me go back to my sketch of my elevation. wood trellis. So probably wood columns kind of thing. What do those look like? That probably, I don't know, 8 by 8? Is there any kind of, how big is this? Yeah, it could be an 8 by 8. So how big is an 8 by 8? Over here I've got common sizes, so commercial lumber. So if I do an 8 by 8 is right there. I could grab this thing. I don't know, I think I want it to look more like a wall though. I believe that. So is that's probably center line. Yeah, I think that's center line. The sketch just must be off a little bit. So let's make this look like a wall, just because I want that to look a little nicer. And so an 8 by 8 is this thick, which is 7 1/4 by 7 1/4, I presume. 7 1/4, 7 1/2. Really? That's not right. This should be 7 1/4 by 7 1/4. We're gonna have to double check. I'm gonna double check that right now. Where was that? This guy. I don't think that's drawn correctly. I'm gonna have to double check those. That's disappointing. Alright. So this guy, again, grab this by the center. That is now centered on there. How far is this? So the center line, assume the center line, yeah, probably center line is 2 feet off of the corner. So again, I can start there, get my center, hover over, 24 inches, now I'm grabbing it by that. So that is there. Presumably I could mirror this out here. Center point. Make sure I'm getting the midpoint. Oh, no, that's not right. I'm going to do midpoint between 2 points. That point, and then mirror. That's wrong. Why did I do that? So, I'll just do 24 inches. This goes over here. So what does that leave between? Is that some round number? 21? Yeah, look at that. Everything's lining up. So 21, that's... I wonder if that falls on a... It's not a 2-foot spacing, it's some weird spacing. I guess we'll make that happen, so whatever that is. So generally those things are spaced, I don't know, a couple of feet apart, but that's this weird number, so we'll go for it for right now. Next steps, we got roof around. I'll wait on that for a little bit. Maybe I'll do that when I do the elevations. So I'm going to have some sort of maybe a foot over there. So this I'm going to say is the A above layer. So everything else that I've been drawing has been on its own layer because I've been grabbing it from the templates. That line I just drew, and right now I'm in the def point, so nothing would show up. But if I'm going to show that as an above, I wonder if I should show that as the actual. We're probably going to use a beam at least that big, so maybe let's draw it that way. It's probably going to be at least that big, and we're going to do an extra foot. So instead of a line, let's do the actual beam size. And so if I can match properties to that, I can delete this then. And those trellises, what are those? Those are probably 2 by something members. Let's see if my timbers are right on 2 by. 2 by should be 1.5 inches, right? A 2 by should be a 3 by. 3. Yeah. Let's do a 2 by. I feel like that's going to be a better option. And this again, I'm going to go like a foot beyond. That kind of Yeah, something like that. We can always change it if need be. So I know I'm definitely going to want one probably to stack with that, just so it looks nice. Whoops. Match properties. That guy. This is going to go over to here. Then at some point we'll infill with whatever that is. So I might wait to draw the rest of those until I get to the elevation to see maybe how it falls on some of this stuff. So how big is this? We got double sliding doors. Looks like about 10 feet, I'm guessing. It's never going to be that weird number. How big is this guy? 30 inches. Look at those. 4'6". Okay. So double sliding doors. So sliding, so they slide, that's a fixed. So I'll probably draw that. What do we got here? I don't really have a double slider. I've got a single. I got double pockets. I got sliders. These typically should be. Oops, nope, that should be 0. So go with that. Do I want jams? So in this particular case, I'm probably going to take this with no jams. And we're going to add. So I'm going to same thing. So if I right-click this, I can say Add Selected. The shortcut for that is Door Add Selected, and I have a keyboard shortcut that is my DA, and that just I can go pick that then. So from here, where is this? This located? You think this is centered on here? Oh, it might be. Pretty darn close, I think. So how big was this again? 10 feet? What was it? 10 feet. So this should be 5 feet. It should be there. That's 6 feet. 5 feet. That over there. So what I'm illustrating here is just that this is going to be a door. It's going to slide that way. Actually, it would be on the inside, right? The door on the inside slides behind the door on the outside because that would be more like a window piece. And then this would mirror. So technically I have 2 doors here. We'll see how that works for my scheduling. But that is primarily how one door is going to look. And then I'll just draw a rectangle for like a threshold, and I'll match the properties of the door so it looks just like a door. For the sliders then, I typically will draw arrows. I feel like those are really big. How big are these? So let's put that down to like quarter scale. That's better. And then mirror that guy. Those are the 2 operables. Again, I'll probably have that on the door layer. So there's my door. So now I need a single door and a double door. So back over to here. These I want to have jams because they're new, so I got a double door right there. So if I do my DA command, that does my door add selected, and you basically pick a door you want to add. So I'm going to pick this one. And I can pop this in. I knew this was, what, 4'6"? Times, well, I don't know if it's 8 feet. Our typical is 8 feet, but we'll come back. Come back around to that. And so right now I've got this to offset or center. So I've got a 4-inch offset from a corner or a center. And so that means that it's offsetting 4 inches from here, or it'll center on a space like that. So just centering out there. And I like these doors maybe looking 45s instead, just because it's less obtrusive. Just looks better on a drawing. Storage, so I don't know if there's any shelves in here, so we're just not going to draw anything right now. There might be shelves along the way. And then I need a single door. So back over here. Do my door add selected. I want the single one. So this is for a 2x4 wall. That's for a 2x6 wall. Take the 2x6 wall. That's too big. So how big is this right now? I think this is supposed to be 30. So that's 36. So if I pick this up, these are ticked, I think, at every 2 inches. That should be a 30. Yep. Okay. And so those are just some presets that I've set up for these particular doors. I think I go down to like a 2 foot up to a 3 foot, but you can literally type in whatever, 31.5, and it'll automatically adjust to that. But the tick marks are just whatever the typicals are. So I'm going to draw that as 8 feet still, just because I don't know from my sketch. I know how, if that's 14. Let's see if I can measure this. I haven't defined it yet, so this is quarter scale we decided. There's a quarter, there we go. Those are showing a 7 foot. What are these guys? Those look bigger. There's my dimension. Those are like 8 foot. Okay, so we got 7 on the sides, 8 foot. We got 7 foot doors inside? I don't know. Let's see. So, just because I don't know here, I'm going to say these are 7 foot doors. And I can actually change multiples at the same time. If I know these are both the same. So those were 7. And then these were 8s. Which I think they already are. Yeah, so they're 8s. For scheduling, that's going to be a problem. I guess I'll get to that when I go to scheduling. Let's see, I got a window here and a window here. So this is a clear story. I presume that probably is centered on there. Looks like it. And that probably is just centered in the room. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, a 4 wide clear story. Do I know how big that is? I don't, so I don't have the back elevation. So if it's clear story, that means it's a higher window. So, I don't know, I'm guessing a couple feet tall, something like that. We'll figure that out when we get to the elevations. But over here, I would like to use these show, because the sill is yellow, they would show up. I don't want to show a sill on here. So I could use that, but these don't show the sill because they're white. And let's take this 4-pack. This is, oops. So again, this is wall add selected, window add selected, WAA. There, door and window assembly add selected. So again, the other way you can do that is you highlight it and you say add selected. You gotta pick it, that one. So, crap, is that, it's 10 feet? It's probably 8 feet. Looking at the dimension. Yeah, I think that's closer. So we get it somewhere close. Move this back to here. Oh, I still left that as stone. Let's match properties to just this. I don't want to make that stone. It moves back into the right place. All the rest of those are right. Perfect. Perfect. So yeah, this little, you have to pick these windows up by the sills. If you, these are also windows, they're on the A glaze layer, and this is on the assembly layer, I believe. A window assembly, yeah. So the difference is that you could literally delete this window as an assembly, but once you resize this thing, it's going to come back. So that's the interesting part of that. So I got doors, I need a single window here too. How big is this guy? It's 2 foot window, it looks like. Again, I don't have that elevation, right? So don't know how tall that is. Probably, if it's 8, it doesn't. We'll work on that when we get to the elevations again. So again, I don't want a sill. I'm going to take this guy. That is too big, and right now it's not offset or centered. So put it there. Only want a 2 foot one. There we go. I always put the sill outside, just because it seems right to me. So we basically have the floor plan drawn right now. I'll probably keep this line for annotation. Right now it's on the def point layer, so it's not going to print. So I know that those are there. Those are there. Let's get back to refining this a little. So let me turn my grid lines back off. Those, somewhere in there. I want to get maybe a little higher. I guess we'll see when we lay it out on the page to see where we go. I don't know exactly how close it is to the pool just yet, so I want to leave a little room for dimensioning and things like that. I certainly could bring the bubbles over here if I wanted to. It just depends if how elaborate we get. This one is not that elaborate, so I don't know that we need them. But then what are we going to do? We're going to call this some title over here. Somewhere down here. And we're going to call this is it main, I guess. Go pool. Oops. Capital. Pool house plan. So I've got this set up that it moves up if we have larger things, but you just move that over and now it's all one line. So we're going to print that at quarter scale because I like that. And I need a north arrow. And I'm guessing that's north. Let's go look. We've got a site plan. See, we got a north arrow here. Guessing, well, north could be up. Don't know. Let's go look at our plans. Whoops. I'm gonna open. Oh, did I? Maybe I had the wrong one open. For some reason I'm looking at DWTs. I want to look at DWGs in my desktop. My SLH drawings, existing site plan. We're going to say north is up because it is not defined. I'll maybe double check that at some point, see if I can get the answer to that question. This is at 1 to 20 scale. What is this at? That's 48. So 1 to 20 is 240. That's the right scale. For some reason, I think north is the other way. I'll double check that when we get around to. I feel like north is that way. You know what? I'm going to make an executive decision. And since we're just doing a sample site, we're going to say north is that way. So, how does that put me? On here. That means north is back there. The trellis is over here, right? Yeah, that's the trellis. So if north is that way, let's see if I can copy this over here. Oops. So if I take this, I gotta rotate it 90, right? Oops. So I paste that, rotate that 90. So that is my north arrow. And this is quarter scale, so this should be back to 48. And that's north. Oh, that makes sense. Nice sunny side of south there. Alright. So what else do we have here? So I know this is going to be some sort of fence, some shower. Do I know what this is? 6'6". How big should a shower be? So I'm assuming that's going to be right in the center, probably. this? This is a wood fence there and there with a bench. So I'm just going to make that out of posts, I'm guessing. So, alright. So let's do, I don't know, 4x4s? So 3.5 by 3.5. And let's assume that's centered. Make everything be centered. These guys, I'm going to put this on the A wall layer. And I don't want it this big, so probably A wall 3. Because the 1 is that cyan letter and color, and that's my boldest line. And then what? We'll do something in here, maybe a, I don't know, 2x2 cap or something. We'll have to maybe detail that later. Something for the panels in between. So now if I take this whole thing, just use that as my guide. This guy can go here. So that leaves me what? Plenty of room for a shower. How big do we want this? Assuming, let's make that at least a round number, right? So maybe, oh, they kind of got it up there. What do they got? Should I do it 3 feet? I guess I could do it 3 feet. I got a 3-foot opening. So what does that leave me to shower in? 2'8". Let's move this down a little, 6 inches. Now we got a 30-inch opening. I like that better. And then copy this to the corner. Just leave that there. That's fine. I don't know if we're going to put a door on there. Feels too deep. How deep is this? I don't know what this is. This is just a bench? 3 feet? That's not terrible. Now let's leave it for right now. Again, we'll figure it out in... One of the things I don't like is when lines overlap like this. I like the front to back to be done. So I've got a command here to move to the back, send to back. And so, whoops, keep my sketch all the way in the back. And so now this can all show up correctly. It's a tidying thing. I can move this behind that. There you go. Okay, so I got the perimeter, right? I got all windows. No other windows here. No other windows here. So I don't know what these sizes are yet. So these are just our defaults. So that's what, a 6-foot tall window. We'll figure those out back. Oh, I got to draw the vanity and the toilet. How big is this? It's our leftover. 6 feet, plenty of room. By what? 5 feet, yeah, perfect. So this, I could do as little as what, 30 inches, right? And what do I got left over? Yeah, sure, why not? So probably do a 42-inch. Let's grab a vanity here. I like, do a full 24-inch depth. This guy looks good to me. I like the rectangle sink better, personally. Oh yeah, they're drawing rectangle. Look at that. Fits just great. So if I keep this, again, we'll offset 30 inches. Snap that back to there. That means the center of this is going to be there. Get rid of that. Go grab a toilet. I personally like using this guy. Doesn't have a little flange on it. And I should update that. So I know I've got the offset there. I should do a little, do I have these other ones? Here, like that. I should do a little offset there. That's on a non-printing layer, but like for the bidet, it needs to be a certain distance off. So you can snap to it sometimes. It's just I like the visual reference, so I might add that to the template. Template is a living document that constantly changes. When I see things like that, I try to update them. So that's code minimum. That should be fine. This guy would likely be centered on here, though. Center that. On there. Come on. There we go. We'll draw some interior elevations at some point. This is, let's see, center line of this is there. We'll just draw a little shower head. I do the isosceles triangle for that. And plan, just because it's easy. That should be on the plumbing layer. So A-plumb. There we go. Same with this. If that's going to be a shower pan, somewhere in there. And then what? Maybe that will be there. So this guy can go away. This is, I'll put that on the A-plumb layer too, I think. Just because that's part of the plumbing look. Not plumbing. There we go. And then a floor drain. Center it there. Again on plumbing. I feel like I want that to be dashed, though. It seems like that'll look nicer dashed. Yeah, I like that. And then a bench. Is that going to be a built-in bench? Probably, right? Which room do we have here? It's maybe a 30-inch bench? Like 30 by 18, maybe? Point between 2 points, right there and there. That's going to be on like our millwork layer, I think. E-mill. Whoops, missed it. Mill. Okay. Let's put these back. Should just be by layer, right? Guess not. Center 2, I think that is. Looks better. Got a little dash line in there. Alright. So, I guess we probably want to draw some roof. So, how far is that? 6, maybe? A 6-inch offset? Is that all it is? Let's draw it that way for right now. So that's going to be on the above layer. And I can delete this for right now. At some point we're probably going to need the area of that, which we'll do a perimeter of. So that's my roof. Unless we got like a... I guess we could do a sort of indication of a roof in here. It's on the grid line. I don't think I need to do it. We'll show a roof plan at some point. Alright. So got that. So let's just switch this, so I'm going to add a bunch of dimensions right now. And we're on 48, yeah. So let's do the overall grid. Usually start with that way out here. And then another one I'll do just what the building is. And then, do I need anything there? Not really. I guess I could tell. Let's move these over here too. On this side, we can get 6-footer. basically line up. So then what are these dimensions? That's there. Again, I'm going to do the overall. Whoops, missed it. Snap to snap. Oh, what the heck? Did I not draw this right, or did I snap incorrectly? Oh no, okay. That's 25. Is that right? What are these? Oh, those aren't on grid lines. That's fine. Right, we can just offset like they did. So, but what do I need to know here? I guess I would do that just sort of like they did. Okay. Super good. Roof, that. Oh, so we're going to want to show that dimension, right? Bring that way up. Why not? Let's get it out of the way. Bring that way up, see if I can make those align, so that looks nice. I guess give the dimension between. Yeah, they did that. Anything else I need to dimension here? What in here? That. I guess you can figure all that. You can figure all these out. Oh, here, this one. Do not have that dimensioned. So this guy probably. Do I? No, I don't. Come on. Go from there to there. So face to face. Oh, that's weird. We'll go with it. Face to face. Really? That's fine. What's the inside here? I guess. Yeah, I think that's fine. What about this way? Yeah, we get that dimension by default. That is center, I guess. So this I can move, put that on my dimension layer, grab this whole thing actually. Let's do that. Then I can just use the dash line with it. Just signify that those will center on each other. Yeah, I guess at some point I need to dimension these windows, right? So it's again inbound of these. That's that. This guy. Usually due to centered lines. Well, that's a weird one. Is it really that weird? Let's see what happens here. Those are weird, aren't they? Does it matter? I really don't like those. So 311, 3.5. If I move that. Which way? Up that way. An 8? Oh, a little bit better. I don't know. It's fine. I'd rather have it be halves and quarters than eighths. I'll have those in line. So I guess technically I could move that down another. Move that up a half. Yeah. There, that's better. I like that better. Halves. Yeah, loving it. Alright, so what about this way? So if I do dimension continue from here, let's say center line, endpoint maybe? Let's do that. This guy here. Just pull that some distance away. Actually, let's move these. It was all the way back, I guess. It's aligned with this guy. That's fine. Okay. So what is that spacing? So 21 feet. Again, I think I'll figure that out. Not sure if I want it to center on there or not. I'll do that in the elevation. Maybe. 10'6" divided by some number. Yeah, that might want to center on there. Have something center on there and then just infill. We'll figure out that spacing. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. So that means that'll center. So 10'6". They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, they don't have it centered at 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I do those 2 feet, if I say 5 spaces. So divide by 5. What do we get? That's too much, I think. No, it's not bad. I like that. So there, 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 there. And then just mirror those guys. That might not be enough. Is that enough? We're trying to shade ourselves here? That doesn't look like enough. Let's go more by 18. So, like, what is 10'6" divided by 18 inches? No. 10'6" divided by 18 inches equals 7. That's 7 of them, right? Yeah. 7. Divide that line by 7. Now what are we? 18? Yeah, look at that. Dang. Got her done. Probably what was meant to be. Let's get rid of these things. I don't need them. I can mirror this on that. There we go. Now we got some trellises. We got that. Perfect. All right. Let's lay this out on our sheet. So I need to go to the AutoCAD folder. So this is just in the drawings folder. We've got a folder called AutoCAD. And where's my other one? Do I have that up? This is my SLH drawing, so that's the drawings that we're drawing in. Oh, I haven't saved this drawing. Jeez, I should have done that right away. But while we're going at it, I want to copy this sheet layout to my folder. Yeah. And instead of calling this Sinbad, this job we're calling SLH. Oops, those should be capitals. So that'll be called that sheet, so I'll open that guy up. Let's save this while I'm here. Again, that should be here, so this should be SLH plans. So we don't screw that up, right? Perfect. Let me open these guys up. So this is our typical thing. So Sinclair, let's see, got the date right. So this guy should become SLH progress is going to be today. What is my date today? 5/4/2024. And then I don't need those because that's already in my template, but if for some reason I can't find those, I can come and grab these and go put these in my paper space where they need to go, so that's why I leave them there. They won't print because our printing only just goes to here. So let's see, this is pool house, and we'll call this your city, state, zip, perfect, wherever that is. So we're good here. Let's save this. And then, again, I don't need my site plan right now. We'll add that in when we get there. So bring in my XREF. I'm going to attach the DWG this time. I'm going to attach the sheet. And do it as an attachment. Don't specify it. It should just come in at 000. Say OK. And it magically snaps where it's supposed to snap. Oh, darn it. I should reconcile these. So bring up my layers. I should have done that to the template. So I hate it when we have unreconciled layers. So let's reconcile these. It's a check to make sure it meets our office standards. So this thing is set up so that these items are editable on each page, and this should be matching. So these are all on the sheet titles, so if I just match these to that XREF, that magically changes. So those are all correct. This should be sheet A 3.1, which is typically our floor plans. This will be floor plans. So if I bring in a new viewport somewhere in here, just this scale, edit quarter scale. Oh, this is tiny. Oh man, okay, this is small. Make sure that's on a def points layer so it doesn't print. I suspect, what are we going to have? We'll probably have a roof plan. You can probably get this all on the same sheet. Should I do a foundation plan and a roof plan? Yeah, let's do that. So maybe that'll be something like that. Maybe I'll make that a little smaller. There's my line. I should make that a different color. That is really light. So my under thing, let's just do a preview here, see how we're looking. So the 750, let's try the 750, see what happens. Whoops, apparently this layout is not correct. Let's choose general documentation, PDF, do 36 by 40, 24. Let's center this, okay, that's it. Let's do a window. That's centered. Pick the window. I'm going to pick the edge. Looks like it's close. And the edge. Say apply. Do preview. Not right yet. What the heck? Oh, landscape. Jeez, that was all messed up. Preview again. Something is not right with that 750. It's, clearly doesn't look very good. Let's see if we can use mine. Latitude. That's better. Okay. Oh yeah, I got my grid lines. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to have to update that 750. I don't know what's going on with that thing. But as you can see, oh, we need names. Gee whiz. Not quite there yet. Oh, I forgot to save it. Landscape, general, latitude, applied layout, cancel. There we go. And then this, because I named that, this should be a 3.1. Oops. Come on. Alright, let's go back to paper space, or model space. So what are these? These are, I want an annotative, then it'll adjust if we're doing any changes. So what do we call this? What is that? Pool Cabana Shore. Whoops, no. We're gonna try, I don't know what the flooring is yet, and I don't need the sizes yet, so I can freeze those. And then this is what, powder room? Yeah, look at that. Probably number these. This is gonna be outdoor shower. I have an extra space there. Yes, I did. That off the drawing a little. Perfect. And then what is this? Storage and storage. Come on to you. And storage. Dang. So now, what is this going to be? I call that something? Why not? How about patio? Something like that. So number these, I usually just number, start at like 101, because 0 is not a number. Could leave these until we knew what they were, but we're going to make them what we are right now. Oh, 6. Okay. We're going to need window tags, door tags, notes, a little more things, but I think we're good. It's a good first start. That's a healthy progress set for a floor plan. So let's go back over here. I think that looks good. Let me do a preview again. Just get a little different perspective when it's on the plan, right? North arrow. Okay, so we got a north arrow, we got a scale, we got a date, we got a logo. We're good to go. Let's plot it. So plots go into the folder. So we're in the SLH drawings. And then we should have a plots folder. If we don't have one, we should make one. Then this should be called SLH, so the job. And then the date, so today is 5/4/2024. That's what she looks like. Send that off to whoever. So I see that in our future we're going to have a roof plan, we're going to have like a foundation plan. This will all fit on the same sheet, so that'll be kind of nice, otherwise each one would have their own sheet. We don't know what sheets we can look in the AutoCAD folder. So that's, we're back in the AutoCAD folder. And a typical sheet index for a full job is here. Of course, it's written on, but so for the architecturals, we've got 3.1 is our floor plans, should be 4.1. Oh, that's for material. 4.1 is building elevations, 5 is sections, 6 is schedules, 7 is interior elevations, 8 is details. So there should be a sample in there somewhere as well. Let's get out of here. Sure, save that. We'll come back around for another one for everything else. Oops. Oh, so it's in use. That's because right now it's in use because I had brought it into my AutoCAD. It's right there. When it's in AutoCAD, it doesn't like to save it. So either get out of AutoCAD first, and then you can resave it if you've annotated or marked anything. But we're pretty much done with that for right now, I think, so I can even turn that off. It didn't print because it's on the scan layer, but let's turn it off just so we don't have to look at it. There. So that is doing a floor plan. So again, this is named our plans, and just save that in the drawings folder, and we should be all set. I go back and look at our plots. That's our plot. There we are. Alright, thanks for watching. Next one, I think next we will... I guess I want to maybe jump into elevations. Let's see how that looks. That might inform the rest of our roof plan and things like that. So, thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later.